It is obvious and apparent that the Kung Flu is a deep state operation designed to collapse the U.S. and indeed the global economy in order to gain some advantage over the president in the 2020 election. However, multiple reliable sources who know nothing of each other have confirmed what I and several others on social media have been saying for years. The truth will not be easy to discern if you can't step back and look at the puzzle from a distance and with discernment. For this, we must go back to the founding of this country, and we must question everything we read in the history books, starting with the seed of the deception that the Continental Army had defeated the British. We must also take into our account that George Washington was a 33rd degree Mason, which by anyone's reckoning is not a good thing, since it puts him squarely in the company of the Illuminati, who are and have always been a cult of Satan-worshipping pedivores. We can then fast forward to Abe Lincoln, who was assassinated in 1865, then James A. Garfield, 1881, William McKinley in 1901, and John F. Kennedy in 1963. Additionally, two presidents have been injured in failed attempts to assassinate them: Theodore Roosevelt in 1912, former president at the time, and Ronald Reagan in 1981. And within the last 3.5 years, over a dozen attempts were made on the life of Donald Trump. Are all these assassins nut jobs, or are they operatives of a cult with a long-term agenda? Ultimately, you are the one that must answer that question for yourself, and the answer you come up with will ultimately determine what you see arising out of the current confusion. My book, I published in 2005, titled Land of Childhood's Fears, exposes the CIA drug trafficking, the JFK murder, and 9/11. William Cooper's Behold a Pale Horse and Ralph Epperson's The Unseen Hand are must-reading for every modern patriot. Ellen G. White's Desire of Ages should be in every Christian's library. In the description section, there is a link to a documentary titled JFK to 9/11. That is a 3.5-hour crash course in the truth that has been covered up by propaganda and bullshit history ever since this republic was founded. You will find out that everything you've been taught in school is a lie, and I pray that you'll handle the collapse of cognitive dissonance gracefully. It is not easy, but it must be exposed. There is no future for us or our children if we fail. Fact: there was a 16-year plan to destroy the Republic of the United States of America. The fake president, known as Traitor 44, was the first 8 years of that plan. The Avvenimento Fashionista was the planned final overture that would have started World War III and plunged the planet into a techno-Nazi dictatorship of the Fourth Reich. Fact: patriots in the U.S. military had two options. One, a military counter-coup to overthrow the shadow government which took power on November 22, 1963, with the assassination of John F. Kennedy. 2. Recruit a candidate who could easily defeat the Kevlar Kunt and slowly, methodically, and surreptitiously cause the deep state to continuously step on their own dicks and hoo-has and destroy themselves. This is the plan in simplification. We see it working without hardly anything being done to incite it by the president. Fact: the Demon Rats rigged this 2016 election just as they've rigged every election since JFK. Fact: the mainstream media polls were rigged, the news was rigged, and the vote tallies and later the voting machines were compromised. Fact: illegals and fake ballots were rampant. Fact: Republicans and Democrats are two wings of the same bird, a fucking vulture. Since 1963, they took turns in the Oval Office, while the Mockingbird CIA-run mainstream media created the illusion of our votes counting. It was smoke, mirrors, Hollywood, and pure, unadulterated bullshit. Fact: the Mifwicks, or the motherfuckers who's in charge, thought she'd never lose, but we were the variable that they underestimated. We, along with white hat hackers who undid the bias in the software that is used to tally votes, finally elected a president instead of a deep state Illuminati puppet. And boy, are they pissed. This rage of being defeated and outsmarted and outmaneuvered is commonly known as Trump Derangement Syndrome, or TDS for short. The onset is the realization that the public you've been exploiting all these decades is slowly waking up to what you've done, and you know your days on this earth are short. Don't let anyone, not even the president, fool you. Disinformation is sometimes necessary. This COVID-19 thing is a ploy to mask martial law under the cloak of a protective quarantine. When the majority of citizens are hunkered down, arrests of deep state players will begin. They will conceal the fact they've been arrested by posting on social media that they're in quarantine because they've tested positive for the virus. Now you know why so many celebrities are, air quotes, getting sick. The virus could also be blamed for the fact that the dwindling supply of adrenochrome has caused them to deteriorate into gaunt, walking dead versions of their former glamorous, youthful selves, those good appearances purchased at the price of an innocent child's life. Scoff if you must, but be advised, you'll either learn the truth on your own, or one day the fairy tale bullshit story you've accepted as your worldview all of your life will be ripped out from under you. It will feel like the day as a child you discovered that the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus was smoke being blown up your ass, and by your own parents, no less. So Tony and I are safe, hunkered down in the camper in the middle of nowhere. We have what we need for as long as it takes to ride out the toilet paper shortage and the storm that's about to take the deep state down. We will watch and listen from our GPS-spoofed woodland hideout until it is safe to come out and play with normal human beings again. We are not self-quarantined, we are incognito. We are lucky the damn phones work out here, and our IP address is spoofed on a VPN. If the shit goes sideways, I don't want to be easy to find. If anything, I'm a self-imposed witness protection program. It's so secret that not even I know where the fuck I'm at. Talk about plausible denial. Where you at, Dave? I don't know, north by northwest of southeast west bumblefuck, North Dakota, out in the woods in a camper. This is Dave from Net4Truth USA, Inglorious Patriots. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing this video. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your calls of encouragement. And most of all, thank you for your support. Please subscribe to our backup channels. Net4Truth USA 2 Patriot channel, BitChute.com/net4Truth USA, and drop.space /@Net4Truth USA. We fly so close to the target, we are on our 5th fighter jet. We will be relentless and persistent until the enemies of freedom are defeated. You can support this channel by using the links in the description, but for a $100 donation, I will personally send you a autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears. Also, visit my bookstore at lulu.com/Net4Truth USA. If you are viewing this video on BitChute, you can use the links in the description to support us, or simply click the green $ dot on our video to support this channel. Thank you. Links are in the description section.